Well, joining me now is former White House Chief of Staff and Senior Advisor at Bondi Partners, Mick Mulvaney. Mick, welcome back to the program here. We've got to talk a bit more about these amazing revelations by the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She's alleged the Obama administration promoted a contrived narrative around the 2016 election. Here's a little bit what she told reporters this week.
There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true.
Mick, what do you make of these extraordinary claims, as well as the latest revelations in this declassified report that Russia actually had all sorts of other information about Hillary Clinton, including some of her behavior at the State Department, and also about her health conditions, which were apparently quite dire and hid from the public?
James, look, and it's great to see you again. Thanks as always for having me. I love it. This is what people voted for when they voted for Donald Trump. They voted for transparency. We want to know if our government has been lying to us about whatever, about Hillary Clinton, about the 2016 election, about the Kennedy assassination. They just want to know if they can trust the government or not. And I applaud Tulsi Gabbard for taking these steps. Now, that being said, when she says there's irrefutable evidence, at some point she's going to have to show it. She's going to have to bring it. You have to sort of bring the receipts, as they say these days. But I know Tulsi, and she's not going to take that. She's not going to say what she just said if she doesn't have the stuff to back it up. So I think it's healthy. I think one of the reasons, I know we're not talking about Epstein just yet, one of the reasons Trump is getting the pushback that he is on Epstein is it's the one example of not pushing transparency. Every place else, this administration is doing a great job of pulling back the curtain and seeing how the government actually works and whether or not the government has been lying to us about so many things for so long.
Well, you know, it's great for Trump supporters and Trump voters and people who want that sort of transparency to see what's coming out here. But, you know, the media seems to be squelching an awful lot of this or playing it down. And isn't that because so much of the media was part of the cover-up and part of the whole deal, getting leaks, getting stuff dropped out to them about this false Russiagate conspiracy that then they went on and, you know, in some cases even won Pulitzer Prizes for?
You know, and I know if folks don't follow American politics, they don't watch this show very frequently, they might think exactly that. Oh, my goodness, this must be some right-wing conspiracy thing. And why didn't we ever hear about this in the press? Keep in mind, what do we know for sure now? Without exception, it's been admitted by the press that they got Joe Biden's mental difficulties wrong. Whether or not they affirmatively covered it up or just didn't want to look at it or ignored it and go away, they are willing to do things that are really unsavory in order to prevent Donald Trump from being president. So I think it goes to show you what the media in this country will do. That's the beautiful thing about the Biden cover-up, let's call it what it was, is that it's sort of there for everybody to see now. And I think it's fair to ask, all right, if the media covered up for Joe Biden's mental inabilities, what else have they been covering up for the last decades?
Well, and spot on. And I mean, these are the same people who say that Trump is the threat to democracy when, of course, they're participating in this very big kind of cover-up here. Well, it is a cover-up. It's not kind of, it is a cover-up. But then just on the Epstein files, you did mention that before, it feels to me that an awful lot of people who used to call it a conspiracy theory are now revving it up because they want to create more noise around Donald Trump to distract from, you know, all of this. But at the same time, I'm not sure the White House has handled this situation with these files, you know, exactly, you know, in the best kind of manner.
No, they haven't. They got this one wrong. Let's be candid. You can't deliver on every single one of your promises, from immigration to taxes to transparency, and then not deliver on the Epstein files. You just can't do it. It's been fascinating to see the president sort of try to make this go away with the wave of a hand, and then the base of his party has said no. Keep in mind that one of the reasons that Congress left early for their summer vacation is that it was Republicans. Not as much Democrats, Republicans who are saying, we need to hear. Yeah, the Democrats want to say it because they think it's going to make Donald Trump look bad. But it's the Republicans in the House who are willing to buck Donald Trump on this particular issue to say, no, Mr. President, we need to see this stuff. It's important that people can trust their government again. And the Epstein files are exposing the Epstein files are a big part of that.